Hello teacher, my name is Athitaya Mekjan. My name is Pia. I am a second year student. So today I want to explain you about what am I learning in spatial learning. In the spatial learning, I have learned in the spatial learning, I have learned in the study plan or learning report, and I have learned in speed. So in this time, I particularly learn in speed, but it's not mean I don't particularly learn in learning report. So I say this because I love to learn in speed more than learn in study plan or learning report. So I am gonna tell you about the learning report first, and then I will tell you about what I have learned in speed. In this topic is so very difficult for me, but I think the example of this book is helped me to do some question or exam of this book so much, and when I finish of that I will return and read it again. So I think I can do it, but it's so very difficult as much too. And this topic I learned many units, just like unit might, unit should or shouldn't, unit can, could or be able, or unit must, need, had better. So I will give you an example of the sentence that I have done in this topic, or the vocabulary that I have done in this topic. Just like one, she might prefer chocolate. Two, she might have slept badly last night. Three, if you don't, you might have to eat too much fat food. Four, you shouldn't miss lesson. Five, you must switch your phone off during the lesson. So this is the example of the spatial learning that I have done in this topic. In topic vocabulary is have a lot of exercise to do, but this topic is not difficult like topic grammar. In the book of this topic, I match the word with their meaning in many times because it is have a lot of exam that I can practice with myself or I can do with myself, and I can enjoy with that because this is not too difficult, or in many times I have to complete the word that are blank in this sentence. This example is kind of hard because sometimes I don't know what is the word in the blank that I need to fill in the sentence. Now I will give you an example of sentence what I done in this topic. 1. Let's take the escalator up to the third floor. 2. I won't be home. I left message on my answering phone. 3. I make a lot of call when I travel. 4. Which cell phone did you remember? 5. When you read the text in English, do you usually go through in a second time? 6. I love hiking on the hills and in the heights. So this is a little bit of example that I do in topic vocabulary. And so I enjoy to do the exam on this topic vocabulary as much. And finally, it's the topic that I like the most is reading. So this is topic reading. In topic reading, I read a lot of news and story, but I enjoy to read as much because in real life I am the one who love to read so much. But the type of book that I read is about fiction, novel, or comics. But the story in topic reading is not difficult for me to read with a pleasure. So I will give you an example of the story that I like the most is about. It's named Family and Occupation. This story is about two people, Jenny and John. John wants to take Jenny to meet his family and introduce his family to Jenny, but she has to meet with too many members, so this can be found in everyone. But got to know the sister-in-law after meeting with family and returning. John talked to his aunt about the job and that there were a few problems and they talk together before going home, and John tells the problem with Jenny. And all of I said is about what I have learned for the special learning in study plan or learning report. And then I will talk to special learning speed. This topic I learned about many units, and it's half the units that I have learned before in the last semester, like unit noun, unit plural forms, unit articles, unit adjective, unit possessive pronoun, unit past perfect tense. and unit imperative or unit short answer. And all of unit that I said is the same unit that I have learned in the last semester. But some units are help me to study in the main class, like unit now, unit adjective, unit imperative, because this unit is need to use for do the question or do the exam in the main class. So I think those unit is so very useful. And unit short answer it doesn't help me in class in one way, but it also helps me answer simple question in real life or in daily life too. Whatever. In all of spatial learning in speed, it don't have only those units because I found a lot of new unit that I never learned before, and I think it is look very interested. And when I finish up that unit, I will find a lot of new vocabulary, and most of the exercise are filled with what, where, which, who, when, like that. And now I will talk to you about my favorite book. Its name, It True Squid Suck. This story are about the squid because the writer of this book want to write this book about his favorite animals. So I will read it to you now. Squid are part of group of animal called cephalopod. Cephalopod is Greek for head, food, because their feet seem to grow straight out of their heads. Actually, cephalopods don't have feet like all the animals. They have arms which go out from around their mouth. You could say that their arms are really super lips or that their mouths are in their armpits. All the cephalopods include the super stretchy octopuses, the very colorful cuttlefish, and some really ancient creatures, the nautiluses. Cephalopods are part of larger group of animals called mollusks. The mollusks relative include land snail, a slug, oyster, clams, and a whole lot of all the soft, slimy, squishy things that you wouldn't want to step on. The spatial learning is good. I think the spatial learning is helped me to study in main class as much because I think the example in many bright or the example of many units of spatial learning are linked with the main class and it's helped me as much. I think it's so very useful to take the information in there for mix them to study or to practice yourself in the main class. The challenge is that we have to come up with our own answer to answer. The question in the exercises are having to spend almost every week doing this thing requires us to manage our time well because it makes us I can do all the subject in. In this spatial learning, I think I'm good at reading because when I read, I also practice my pronunciation. It makes me feel that my English reading skill have improved a lot. And I think reading is so very funny too because I want to read anything else in the world or any books. Yeah, like that. I think I will recommend my junior about the time. Time should be organized systematically so that work does not interfere with all the subject and should study attentively because supplementary classes are very useful for studying in the main class. Therefore, I want the younger generation to study hard. And this is all my spatial learning. So finally, thank you all for listening. It was a pleasure to being here today. Thank you so much.